The roadmap for ascension lies within you. In this video and in videos in the upcoming weeks, I'm creating a series called The Roadmap for Ascension. In this information I'm going to share with you lies the foundation and the path that you can follow that actually lies within you. You have it all. I'm Carol Rathel, intuitive reader and spiritual coach. I help you awaken to who you really are and give you some nudges and some guidance on your journey for ascension, because ascension is where we're heading. Today's video is about how do you spend your energy? Are you putting energy out there into the world that comes back to you and replenishes you and makes you feel good and alive and vibrant? Or are you putting energy out that comes back to you and drains you, makes you feel crappy, sad, fatigued, and miserable? It all comes down to choice. Now, we know the saying, what you put out there, you'll get back. What goes around comes around. As you give, so shall you receive. I think a wise man I know of once said that. In this video, we're going to look at what you're putting out there and getting back. It all comes down to a choice that you make. Let's get on with it. I'm going to activate the drawing tablet. This is you. That side, you're doing a thumbs up. Right. Energy comes in through your crown, what we call the crown chakra. We call it vital life force, prana, chi, universal energy, and other names you might know. Now this energy comes down and it spirals within and around you in your auric field and enters Earth. Now the energy comes back up from Earth and spirals around. It's looking pretty messy now, and back up in a double helix. I'm an artist, but I can't draw for. Having looked at that, let's get rid of it. Now I would love you to imagine that you're a battery. Make a square battery, big smile. With a little terminal there that receives the energy that's coming in. Let's say for this exercise that every day you get 200 watts of energy to use on whatever you choose to use it for. On this side, we're going to put thoughts that serve you. I'll put a plus. Here we've got thoughts that don't serve you. It's got a minus. It's got a smile. And that one is unhappy. You get to choose your thoughts, actions, words, things you do. Let's start on this side. If you have a thought, I'm useless, I've got no purpose. Let's say that thought cost you 50 watts of energy. Now that thought spirals down through you into the earth, but because it's not a thought that generates good, happy energy, and because what goes around comes around, you bring back to yourself more of the same type of energy. And in fact, you drain your energy because it doesn't bring back any in that helps you function. It's actually taking energy away. Another thing you might do is, or don't do, let's say you don't eat healthy. Let's say you eat things out of a packet that are really not good for you. Let's say you spend another 50 watts of energy eating that. That comes down into the earth It comes back up. It doesn't nourish your body. It's just taken away another 50 watts of your energy. Let's say you just don't love yourself. You feel really bad about yourself. You're carrying around shame for something you did many years ago that you just can't let go of. Every time you think of that, it is taking some of your energy. Let's say you've thought about it 6 times in the day, and let's say it's 20 watts every time you think about it. Times 6 is 120 watts. Let's add that up. 120 and 20 is 140 plus 100 is 240 watts you have used during the day on thoughts that don't serve you. Where does that extra 40 watts come from? You have to steal it from your body in order to keep yourself going. And it may be taken out of your muscles. Your body might have bad indigestion because it's taken the energy that it would use to digest your food in a healthy way in order to keep you going, and you have indigestion. Having frequent and prolonged times of thoughts that don't serve you, that steal your energy, can result in developing illness in your body. And in each chakra, there's a group of organs connected to them. In a future video, I'm going to go into that with you and show you what can happen for prolonged misery. Maybe it's already happened to you. I know that it's already happened to me. I have a few health conditions from having a life of living in an unhealthy way, feeling bad about myself. It can develop autoimmune disorders. I think I've had enough of looking at those sad things, so I'm just going to grab the eraser and we'll erase all of this. Okay, let's look at thoughts that increase your energy. Waking up in the morning and thinking, hey, it's a whole new day. I wonder what lovely synchronicities are going to happen today. Let's call that sync. Now, it doesn't take much energy to have that sort of thought. Hey, it's a brand new day. I wonder what synchronicity is going to happen today. So let's say you spend 10 watts. Now, the exciting thing that happens is that when that energy moves down through you and comes back up, it brings more of the good feeling and more positive energy. So it might come down as 10 watts, but it might bring up 10 times that, 100 watts. So you've gained 100 watts waking up to a new day and thinking about synchronicities. We're talking about thinking from a higher perspective than what we used to. In fact, you're thinking from an ascension perspective. Ascension to fifth dimension happens by us changing ourselves, changing our vibration of our thoughts, our words, and our actions. What else can you do during the day? I know. I love. Oops. I love my cats. I love myself. I love this amazing apartment that came up for me in the perfect time for me, in the perfect timing for me and my sister who owns the whole complex. I love my mum. I love my sister. I love how I make healthy food for myself most of the time. I love. Doesn't cost much to say it. Let's say you spent 30 watts having a string of I loves. That comes down And then that comes back out manyfold multiplied. Let's 10x it again. 300 watts. Wow. By now, you must be feeling really good and energized, vibrant, happy to be alive. Let's look at one more really powerful thing that you can do. Gratitude. I know you guessed that when I started writing. I sell seeds for my part-time day job. I live in a tiny little town, if you could call it that, west of a city in New Zealand. And I live on top of a hill, and I drive down a windy road to this little part-time post office, and I do that trip twice a week. I have just started using that 4.5 minutes, because I timed it, of travel binge. I binge on gratitude. I am grateful for my amazing home. I'm grateful for my cats. I'm grateful my sister is alive and lives upstairs from me. I'm grateful there's plenty of space for a garden. I'm grateful I can get up every morning. And I also express gratitude for the things I desire in my life. I'm selling a caravan, and with it, I'm going to buy a hybrid car. So I say, I'm grateful that I have successfully sold my caravan, and I just love driving my new hybrid car. It corners perfectly. I'm so grateful, universe, that you brought it to me, this car. You bought me this car. I love it. I am so grateful. And there is a secret about manifesting. Actually, just to take a side note, when you put out into the universe gratitude for your desire as if you've already got it, that is the fastest way you can bring it to you, because you are expressing that it's here now. Just a side note. Maybe we'll do a video about manifesting, and I'll share all that I've learned over the years and used. 10 watts gratitude in. Let's say you did 10 minutes in all the things that you're grateful for, and you're getting 1,000 watts back. That leads to a day of profound well-being. You feel empowered. And notice the word empowered has got power in it. You're powered. You're investing your energy wisely, and it's coming back to you manyfold. The beauty of this is that all these lovely positive actions, thoughts, words, beliefs, I believe I am loved. Maybe grab a pen and paper, in fact, grab a journal, and brainstorm for yourself some really empowering statements that make you feel good, that are what you feel is a much higher way of thinking than maybe you've done before. Maybe you're already well on your way to being a good positive thinker. Maybe you've made a lot of changes in your life, or maybe you're just starting out. However you've come here to see this video, I invite you to catch yourself if you're having a thought that feels draining. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your body. Check in with your body. How do you feel after you've just had that thought that I'm so fat, how could he like me? Oh, how could she like me? Whatever gender you are or your gender preference. I feel so fat, she won't like me. It's so draining. It's so hateful towards yourself. Having days of disempowering thoughts, thoughts that drain you, stealing the energy from your body to keep going, is going to result in something breaking. You might get chronic pain. You might get autoimmune disorders. You might develop a heart condition like I did and nearly die. You might have chronic indigestion. Like I say in another video, I'm going to go through the chakras with you. and you'll be able to see what body systems and types of illnesses happen at those chakra levels. And just a little hint, for now, it all happens below the waist. All stress, illness, and disease starts below the waist. Make sure you are subscribed, hit that like button, and share. More importantly, get subscribed so you don't miss out on the future content, because I'm going to share with you the roadmap of Ascension and get into some real detail about how your energy body works, how it interacts with the physical body, and how we can use the systems that are within us already to ascend. It's a journey through the chakras, or energy centers, as some may call them. I suggest you get your journal, whether it's a paper one or on your phone or a device. And at the end of the day, just do a run through of how your day's been, what your prevailing beliefs have been, how you've felt, what thoughts you had that might have made you feel bad. Learn to notice, practice noticing, and definitely document the thoughts, things you did that made you feel good, that lifted you up, that made you feel empowered. Listening to some uplifting music does it for me. If you catch yourself having a thought that drains you, follow it up straight away with a thought that makes you feel good. It doesn't have to be the opposite of what you just thought. Like if you thought, I'm so fat, he won't like me. It could be, I am so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful that my body works. Right? So you can get the balance when, gosh, I'm not perfect. I have the negative thoughts. But as long as you've got a balance and more positive thoughts, or I don't like using negative and positive, but I think you know what I mean. More higher dimensional thoughts helps move you towards ascension. You are raising your vibration and you are moving closer and closer to the fifth dimension. Fifth dimension isn't necessarily a place, it's a state of being. But we manifest things much faster when we're in 5D. I'm sorry I've been away for a long time. I've been working through some health issues, but I'm back now and we'll carry on with this series to help you on your ascension journey. I love you. So subscribe if you're not already. And I look forward to seeing you. And I will be waiting for you in the next video. Bye for now.